You're listening to Counterclockwise, where we decide the best of unimportant categories. The hair tie dispenser across the table from me is my favorite brother, Brandon Wise. How are you?
Hair tie dispenser.
They're just coming out of you. They just fly
I mean,
out.
I do have a collection sitting here on the table.
Yeah,
so
there's what, six of them over there.
Yeah, no, that's good.
You got them hanging up.
Yeah,
got a row of them hanging in your bathroom right now.
Yeah. So, you've heard of these cyber trucks, right?
Yeah.
I saw one.
Oh,
in person
in the wild.
Yeah,
I saw one drive by. This was several months ago, but that's the only one I've ever seen in person.
And I thought, what are you overcompensating for?
Oh, I know. Ridiculous.
It looks like something you'd send to fucking Jupiter.
Yeah, it's a Mars rover, but yeah.
How does it, like, at least when the Hummer was popular,
at least it had like some utility to it.
and it was kind of cool. It's still douchey, but it was kind of cool to have one.
And it was like it had a function, and then they just like altered it a little bit for road use.
Like, there's a reason LeBron James got it as a senior in high school.
Yeah, like
LeBron ain't getting a cyber truck in high school.
It was a military vehicle. It had function, and then they just altered it a little bit for the mass media.
No, I saw one.
Or mass market.
I saw one media. Coming home from work, just outside of Green Springs, Ohio. Like,
I was supposed to just be a truck. That's the stupid thing.
I was getting ready to turn on 101 to come home. Why is there a Cybertruck out here?
Yeah.
What are you accomplishing out here in that?
But that's the thing, is it's just a truck. It's not anything special.
No.
It's supposed to be like slightly better performance than a truck, supposedly, quote unquote. Like, it's supposed to be better on off-road. It's supposed to be better gas mileage or whatever the fuck bullshit. But it's just a truck. Like, it's not supposed to be like.
It's not even is it a truck? Is it a truck? Does it have a bed, or is it? They call it a.
I think it has a bed. Yeah. But it's supposed to be a truck. Like, it's supposed to be, like a sport utility vehicle with a bed on it.
It looks like.
But it's supposed to just be like an on-the-road vehicle for people to use. It's not anything special.
It just
looks stupid.
It looks like an off-road vehicle from a shitty sci-fi movie.
Yeah. And the only people that dry it are people with towels.
With towels.
The only people
a nice microfiber towel.
Yeah, the one you get them at a pack, like up at the front of the Walmart, like in a little kiosk by itself.
Yeah.
Pack. It's got a sponge with it. But the only people that are driving those things are like people that like to be contrarian. That's it. It's like, oh, I'm different than the regular average F-150 driver. I got a Cybertruck. Elon's the best. I'm going to go suck his dick right now.
I saw a comment on Twitter a few weeks ago. It said, the best thing about seeing a Cybertruck in the wild is the fact that only like 300 or 3,000 have ever been made, so you know who like the dickhead in the neighborhood is. Yeah. So it's like you can easily pick out who the douchebag is.
Yeah, it's like this guy sucks butts. Like, yeah, and like all the times you see so many videos online of them just like being terrible. Or like I saw one the other day where this guy was trying to show off. He's like, "Oh, look, you can't see a regular truck doing this." And he was just driving over like sort of rough terrain, but it was like, and then like the comments were like, "My Toyota Camry can do that."
Yeah.
Like this is nothing.
It was going like what, like a mile an hour?
Yeah, and it's like it wasn't like a rock or like a, what do they call that? Like a rock skipper or whatever the fuck. I can't remember what they call it. What like like what Jeeps and big trucks with the big wheels can do.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like that, anything crazy. It was literally like slightly rough rock that it was driving over.
Yeah, it was like intense pebbles.
Yeah,
and it's
like they have rougher terrain like at the fairgrounds in Tiffin. Like this is nothing crazy.
And miss me completely with I'm only saying this because I'm jealous. No, if I saw you in a Lambo or a Vet or a Maserati. Or even a Hummer. Yeah, I'd probably be a little jealous because I can't afford something like that. No, I don't want to be seen in a fucking, 3-ton trash bin.
That's That's probably the other thing. What's that one? What's that one Pokemon that's just like shapes?
Oh, Polygon?
Is that what it is?
Isn't it Polygon?
Porygon.
Porygon.
Yeah, because Polygon is
an
mathematical.
actual,
It's a geometric shape.
Yeah. I'm book smart, not Pokemon smart.
But yeah, that's basically what it is. It's just like take the color out of it. You got a freaking future Pokemon. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it looks like it would have been in a movie from like 1975 that was set in 1997.
Yeah.
Like, this is what trucks are going to look like in 1997.
It's just something that I saw it like shortly after we recorded our last episode, and it's been bugging me because it's like I've wanted to bring it up to you, like I've wanted to text you about it, but I'm like, no, this is a good thing to talk about right now.
Yeah, I just saw the spaceship from Scooby-Doo drive past me on 101.
No, yeah, like Senator Bowman is the villain. That's his
played by Don Knotts for some reason. Why is my truck so pointy?
These meddling kids.
We gotta nip this in the bud. Man, it really started to turn into the Charlie in the Box from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer toward the end there. But
that's all right.
Anyway,
let's get to it.
Up next. There's 26 letters in the alphabet, but I can only ever remember 25 of them. Mm-hmm. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know why. Yep, I'm just gonna let that one sit. Maybe you'll figure that one out here in a minute. Useless letters coming up in about 23 seconds. Do you have a favorite letter?
A favorite letter?
Slower.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about my favorite letter. It's not
something I think about.
Not exactly something I think about every day, but
is it not B?
No.
Or W?
I mean, B's cool because boobs, but but I didn't want to go that route, but here we are.
It's also the letter your name starts with.
Well, no,
boobs.
Of course, I know that.
That's the only word that starts with B.
It also looks like
counts.
It also looks like boobs.
It does look like a pair of boobs, like a sideways butt.
I don't know. Y is kind of cool.
Why?
Why?
Well, I don't know why.
Shut up. I that one went way over my head. I looked at you. I looked at you like, what? I went through the whole alphabet and I was like, what letter would I miss if I was singing the alphabet? And then I sang it like I was in 4th grade.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
well, you got to.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't skip a letter because there's a rhythm to it.
Yeah. Did you have to do the state name song, the 50 Nifty United States?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I still have them memorized in order.
I would have said said no until you said 15 nifty or whatever you just said.
Nifty United States.
Yeah.
13 original colonies.
Yeah.
Shout 'em, scout 'em, tell 'em about 'em. I think that's the words. I don't remember.
All right, but basically this is
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas. I won't do the whole thing.
Yeah, please don't. Please save us. And
I could do it all.
Here's the thing though, don't do that.
Why not?
Because I don't.
You don't think that's good content for the listeners?
No.
30, at least 30% of them would sing along with me.
Well, probably, but okay.
Nobody can see me, but I'm making a really goofy face right now.
But okay, so the point is, we're still coming up with letters that are useless, and we should just
get on topic here.
We need to eliminate from the alphabet altogether.
Yeah, the point is the opposite of your favorite letter.
Like,
which letters need to be cut?
This is what you call a callback. If I was president, one of my first executive orders is eliminating like
Is this number 2?
4 or 5.
Right after the karaoke songs?
Yes.
Second executive order.
Yes. After Lips of an Angel and Picture are out, we're banning these letters from the alphabet.
Yeah.
Because they're pointless.
Yeah, they're pointless.
They don't belong. There's no reason. We're just duplicating.
We have 26. We should be max 23.
Max. I would.
Max 23.
You could make a case for like 20.
Yeah.
We'd have to rearrange the song, switch some letters around.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like we could just like add a syllable to a letter, like at the end of the Star Spangled Banner where we say yet et wave.
Or we could add some like foreign letters to our.
That's true. That's something like that, like an enye.
Yeah, I think that would be cool to add that to the English language.
Do we use that sound a lot in English? We'd have to like add it in.
We could figure it out.
Fold it in there.
We could figure it out.
Piñata.
Yeah.
But that's a Spanish word that we borrowed. We have a lot of borrowed words.
I mean, our government likes to spend pointless time on doing other useless shit. Why not figure out how to use an enye?
We decided, since there's not a huge list here, we're thinking, 3?
Let's go 3, because I only have 4 nominees, I'm going to be honest. I don't have a lot of nominees.
I'm a little pickier. I got a handful.
That's fine. I'm here for it. That's what'll make a good argument.
This is how my brain works. I think about letters more than the average bear, I think.
You said more than the average bear?
Yeah. Like Yogi Bear?
Yeah.
I'm smarter than the average bear.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Hey, boo-boo.
Yeah.
I don't know, Yogi.
Was in a pick a nicka basket today.
Mr. Ranger. What are we doing here?
You ever see the Family Guy episode where Peter kills Boo Boo? Or no, he kills Yogi, right? And he tells Boo Boo, "Tell the other bears what you just saw."
Anything else we got to cover before we get to the nominees?
No, this is basically just, there are a few letters in the alphabet. Well, few for me, I guess more for your brain.
The weirdos in the room. Yeah.
No, I want to call you weird. You're eccentric.
Just fancy weird.
I'm trying to be nice here, brother.
I don't think weird. I've gotten comfortable with weird. I don't consider
it's a good weird.
Weird.
Yeah,
I don't think weird is a.
It's not a negative term.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's not negative.
No.
I don't think of it as pejorative.
Sure.
It's
word.
Yeah, the English major in the room used a big word. So you wanted to hit me with yours?
I'm sorry, my business management degree doesn't know what that word means.
Well, I mean, I better use my degree for something.
Yeah.
If it only means using...
At least somebody is.
If it means only using 4-syllable words in a podcast, then it's something.
All right. Yeah, so...
You want to hit me with your 3?
I got 4.
I think you said 3. No, you said 4.
We said top... We're doing 3.
We're doing 3. You got 4.
All right. Well, the first one's...
I know letters, not numbers.
First one, we could take out... I think we could take out the letter C.
Okay.
Like Charlie. C as in Charlie.
You're not on a phone. You don't have... Not on a walkie-talkie.
Well, you never know for the listeners if I couldn't say it right. They don't... my voice voice is very nasally. It could sound like a D or a E or something. I don't know.
That's fair. Okay.
To me, the letter C is a little redundant. I feel like you can get the same kind of sound out of like a K, or you could combine a couple letters to get the C name.
Yeah.
I could argue that you could make the same sound with S to get a C.
You're doing the thing again, but that's fine. Just keep going.
Doing what thing?
Where you go into your explanation when we're just supposed to list the nominees. But that's okay.
Redacted.
That was my rewind sound.
Yeah, that's a bad habit of mine. Yeah. I need a bad habit jar. We need to put a bad habit jar here. And when I do that, I'll put
did it again.
I'll put $1. Yeah, I'll put $1 in. All right.
Oh yeah, inflation. Put $1 in.
Yeah. Thanks, Obama.
What else? What else you got? Yeah, that's an old one. Classic. What else you got?
I got the letter J.
J. Finally. I meant to say fine. Finally, fuck that J.
You tipping your hand a little bit. The letter X. It's a
yeah.
I almost did it again. All right, and then finally the letter Q.
All right.
Fuck that Q.
So I have all 4 that you said.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty controversial here. I'm going with the letter I. I'll explain later.
Interesting. Okay.
I'll explain later.
I'm okay.
But it's controversial, but I might talk you into it. And then the other one, not quite sold on it, but I still think it's valid. The letter H.
Okay.
I'll explain later too. But yeah, so total nominees, we got X, C as in Charlie, Q, J, I, and H. We got 3 of them right in a row. H-I-J. Let it right in a row in the alphabet.
Rock and roll.
I kind of forgot that I had I on there, but I'm still sold on it.
All right.
I was surprised that a vowel would be in there, but
That is surprising.
It's in there.
I'll allow it.
okay. We got our 6 nominees. We will be back shortly with the debate. And we're back, I guess. Should I do that? And we're back. No.
And we're back.
We never left. What are we doing? Nominees. No.
Yeah.
Did you have any honorable mentions? Probably not.
No.
These are pretty short
No,
lists.
because it's like I didn't go through all the alphabet. Like I had my like elite letters that I'm not even just gonna worry about. Those are fine.
Yeah.
But like I couldn't really come up with a strong argument for any of them, even for an honorable mention. So I was like, I'm gonna stick with just these 4.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna really argue. I'm gonna really be passionate about these 4.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe like a W or a U. Maybe a W. Just because like I feel like you could use a U for a W, but
That'd be tricky.
it'd be tough with
That'd be
a lot of
tricky.
them.
I don't like that W is just like literally saying double and the letter U.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Like, why don't we have like a double L?
I don't.
You see that even more often.
Z is such a fun letter.
Z, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to eliminate a lot of these letters, but there's a few that are like fuck off.
Well, if you don't have any honorable mentions, you want to just get down into the real nitty gritty.
Yeah. I'll
try not to punch my microphone anymore.
That's okay. We'll just punch everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What do we usually start with? What do you?
Surefires.
Surefires. Yeah. Your sure things.
Q. 100% Q. Because you can make that sound with any letter without the letter.
Put a T and an R together. Q.
Shut up. You know what I mean? You can make the sound without the letter Q.
Without the Q. Yeah. Just put a K and a W together and it's
K and
fine.
W, they exist. You don't
The thing that's especially annoying about the Q is you can't do anything by itself. It's got to have another letter with it.
Yeah.
You're banned.
How pretentious are you? That you have to have.
You can't walk alone.
You have to have another letter.
Yeah,
like
you're that lame that you need a U.
Stop being a little bitch
Fuck
and
off,
and
Q.
be your own thing.
Fuck off.
Also, I don't like the way it looks.
Oh yeah, with that stupid little tail thing.
I don't like the fact that the letter O has a tail.
I think it was a tweet, that said somebody, when they were making the alphabet, they said O and then P, and then they were like, okay, what's next? Oh, well, let's just do the same 2 letters, but give them dicks. That's great.
That's good. That's pretty good. That's spot on.
Yeah, that's basically what a Q is. It's
Yeah.
just an O with a dick hanging out. It's like, put that thing away, Q. You don't need it.
Yeah.
We don't need you here.
No.
It's just a K and a W.
Just like
Move along.
just like any other dick pic, nobody wants to see it.
Exactly. Keep it in your pants.
Nobody cares. All right.
Any more?
Surefire?
Yeah,
no, that's
sure
really my
things.
only surefire. I only have 4, so I guess I could consider the other 3 as art.
My other surefire for many of the same reasons is an X. Charlie horse cramping your leg or something?
Yeah, I just got a weird Charlie horse. That was awful.
Yeah.
It's still awful.
It's still bad? Well, I'll just keep talking. I'm going to keep talking while you go, while you nurse that injury over
No,
there.
we're good. I just bent my leg too much, apparently.
Yeah, it looked like you tore your ACL or something.
It's the hammy. It's the hammy. All right.
So X, similar thing. Like, it's just a K and an S. Why do we need another letter?
Or a C and an S.
That brings me to my next point. get rid of the C too for the same reason. Because it could either be it's either a K or an S. Name it. Give me a word.
Charlie.
So, so I did think about that because I thought that tripped me up. I'm like, wait, what about the CH? But if you think about it phonetically, the CH sound is actually a T sound followed by a sh sound. It's just sh.
I feel like you're
phonetically. Okay. That's exactly how it is. If you look at the phonetic, I can't remember what it's called. The phonetic alphabet.
Stop.
You have it's two separate sounds sandwiched together.
Stop. For the simpletons, like me, what does phonetically mean?
Phonetically is how it sounds. Phone, like phone.
Then
sound.
just say that.
Well, that's what it's called in linguini. In linguistics, it's called the phonetic alphabet. You know, like when you look in the dictionary and it shows you how to pronounce it, and it's got those kind of weird symbols sometimes, that's the phonetic alphabet. It's telling you what the sounds are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just fell asleep for a minute.
We're talking about letters here. You gotta bear with me here. Like, you know, on like when you look up something on Wikipedia and you got like,
okay, but I feel
it breaks
like
down the syllables.
No, I feel like you're reaching a little bit. Like
I'm not. It's the phonetic alphabet. This is a known thing.
But when I say Charlie, I don't hear a T at all.
But that's what it is. You're not saying tsh, but you're saying them together. You're saying them
because those two letters together make that sound.
What about like Deutsch, which is German for German.
How the fuck often do I use Deutsch in a sentence?
But what I'm saying is that it's when you spell it, it's TSCH. But you don't hear a T in there.
Deutsch? Yeah, you do. You hear it more than you hear Charlie or chore.
It's the same sound. Deutsch or Charlie. Deutsch-Charlie. It's the same thing. There's no T involved. It's just a T sound at the beginning. You're not saying T. You're saying ch.
Hold on. Hold on.
I'm holding.
Chore. Deutsch. You kind of hear the T sound.
Because you're putting a T in it.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the word. Deutsch.
What about Dutch? There's no T in there. It's just Dutch.
But you can
say Dutch and then say Duchess.
Dutch.
One of them has a T, the other one doesn't. But you pronounce them exactly the same, except the other one has an S at the end.
I don't agree.
Why? You gotta explain it. You can't just say no.
I've tried to explain it.
What about the Dutch Duchess thing? That's the same word except an added sound at the end. One has a T, the other one doesn't. Which one has the T?
Somebody was asleep at the wheel when they were spelling Duchess, apparently.
What?
I don't know.
You hear a T in the word Duchess?
Yeah, because I'm saying it the same way you say it Dutch. Like,
where's the T? Find the T. But that's my point though, is that where there's a CH, it's a T followed by a sh.
Okay, but my point is I'm not searching for a T, but when I say Dutch and I say chore, it doesn't sound the same.
How does it not?
Because I'm not saying chore.
It's not separate. I'm not saying they're separate sounds. I'm saying it's one sound blended together.
Naturally, when I say...
Like when you say trend, it's TR. You're not saying trend.
Naturally, when I say Dutch... I can hear the T, just, it's faint, but you can hear the...
But that's because you know how it's spelled.
But I hear...
Say Duchess.
Same thing. You
hear a T
Duchess.
In a word where there's no T?
Yes.
But that's because there's a T sound in the CH. It's the same sound. Say chess.
I don't agree.
And then say Duchess. It's the same sound.
You know what's funny?
What? That you realized 5 minutes ago that you agree with me and you're just arguing because you want to?
No. I don't agree with your argument. Okay. But C is actually on my list.
Yeah, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here.
It's on my list for a different reason. I don't agree with your reason. That's it.
What's your reason then?
My reason is that you can make the same sound with S, but you can't. Okay, you can make the same sound with S with a C, then you can. Hold on, let me look at my notes for a minute.
Are you saying exactly what I already said? That it's you can use a S or you can use a K?
No, not exactly. I'm not making the T argument.
Well, that was my only thing is like CH is the only sound you can't make with an S or a K. But if you do TSH, it's the same sound as a CH. So that is also covered. That's my point with the C. Any other word that uses a C, you can either replace it with a K or replace it with an S, and it's the same. The only thing is the blended CH sound.
But
the CH sound phonetically is a T followed by an SH sound.
I just think I can. I don't know. Maybe I'm just hearing things, but to me,
You are hearing things.
Shut up. I didn't ask for your input on that part.
That's what I'm here for. This is counterclockwise. You're clownwise. Clockwise. Your words.
I don't know. You're just kind of being a dick.
I want you to prove me wrong. You haven't argued anything right.
I am arguing. You just don't want to hear my argument.
Continue.
Yeah, keep rolling up your sleeves.
Yeah, I'm hot.
Getting to
You got
work.
me fired up.
Pulling up your bootstraps, rolling up your sleeves, and getting to work.
Give me J. One of yours is J. Why are you arguing against your own nominee? Give me J.
I'm not arguing against the nominee. I'm arguing against the reason.
I'm supporting your argument.
I don't care.
And you're like, fuck you. I can do it myself.
It's a moral thing.
I don't want you to be more right than me.
Well,
go.
Obviously,
do it.
Obviously.
Give me J. We got to get off C before I start screaming.
We can't say
my shirt off like Hulk Hogan.
We can't say we're a sibling rivalry podcast. Rivalry. We can't say we're a sibling rivalry podcast. See, I can't say the word.
Words.
Why are words hard for me?
Give me J.
My brain.
They're words. They're hard for everybody. That's what I was trying to say. They're words for wordsington.
J. I don't know. I'd be okay with leaving it off. I just thought it was interesting when I no.
You don't care about any of these. You're like, whatever. They're all fine.
No.
That's your argument.
No.
I hate all the letters, and you're like, they're cool. Everybody's fine.
No.
Big happy family. These letters.
No, hear me out.
Go ahead.
Okay, you could probably replace most of it with like the letter G or some other. I'm not arguing. Just shut up for a minute and let me finish. But
Jay's just having a good time. Just let him be.
But I was doing a little bit of research on letters, right? And did you happen to see that like that's the only letter that like doesn't appear on the periodic table?
I have heard that before.
So what a pointless letter. If you don't appear on the periodic table,
that's a good argument.
What a pointless letter you are. What value are you? What are you bringing to the table?
I looked up letter frequency in the English language. J is second to last.
I'm curious what's last.
Q.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, fuck Q.
That's why it's number
Q
one.
Can get fucked.
And it's stupid tail.
Yeah.
Stupid penis tail.
Big dick hanging out.
Dick.
This is the most fired up we've ever been on a podcast, and it's about fucking letters. What is happening?
All right. You made the case for X, right?
Yeah. It's just a K and an S.
My only little fun argument against it, and I'm not gonna fight you on it. It's kind of a fun letter.
It looks cool.
It's a fun looking letter.
That was that was the other thing. It's a lot more fun than Q.
But
Q's fucking
if
lame.
S wasn't so essential, I'd say let's kick C and K out, and we'll replace all those letters with X. But S is
C and K?
Yeah.
How are you going to make the K sound? Everything's just like Spokane, Washington is just Spokane, Washington. I can't say it.
Okay, that's fair. I wasn't really thinking.
Spokane.
I got X drunk. So all right, you know what? You're right. You're right on that point. I'll give you that one.
Also, Elon can suck it. Fuck X. No, but X is cool. There's a reason he chose that letter for his stupid website.
Yeah.
It does. Okay. It does look cool.
It does look cool, and that's really the only. And if that's your only argument,
and how are we going to do algebra without that?
And if that's your only argument, that's not really a good. Like you just still don't. If you X is the peaked in high school letter.
Specifically, high school algebra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, those are mine. Those are my reasons. I think J. I think we got to put J up there for the periodic table. The frequency that you mentioned, I think that's a very solid argument.
Very low, yeah.
And, hey, you're not...
Anything, you can replace it with a G, and a G has another sound it can make.
Yeah.
J is just J.
You're basically just the letter I with a fat ass.
It's an I with a big dick hanging out again. It just sticks out the bottom and curves a little.
Yeah.
It's got Peyronie's disease. But anyway...
Come on.
G, but yeah, the G, you can make a G, you can make a J. It's just ready to go. More versatile. So I said,
you know what? I've been waiting for us to get this fired up. Like we haven't been this fired up.
I know it's been a minute. Yeah,
since we argued about cereal.
Fucking cereal. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. We care too much about the other things. We got to do.
We agree too much on the other things.
That's also too. Yeah, also too
redundant.
Yeah. That's the English degree coming out on me.
Yeah.
So I said, oh, that was good for the listeners. Just cough directly into their ears. So I said H. I was questioning the H, but I think I'm kind of interested in the foreign letter aspect that you brought up earlier, or maybe adding just like some notation things. I recently read there's a word for that, like the little extra symbol thingies that you add to letters to make a different sound. I don't remember what it is. It's like a dialectical or something, or dietical or something like that. It starts with a D.
Yeah.
But there's a word for like the little swishy thing over the enye. Schwa, is that what they call it? I don't remember. Or like an accent with the little dashy thing, or the umlaut, the two dots. There's a word for all of those symbols. I can't remember. But anyway... But maybe adding some of those in there to solve the H problem, because H by itself, completely useless. It's basically silent. Like anything that's got an H in it, H without a consonant nearby, it's basically just not even there. Like the name Herbert. It's just let's just call it Herbert. He's fine.
I feel like I'm gonna butcher it.
What?
The little thing over the enye.
Yeah.
I think this is it. The symbol. That's what you're after. What the name of the symbol is, right?
Yeah.
Is it a
tilde? A tilde.
Tilde.
Yeah.
Is it a tilde or tilde? Well, it doesn't have the accent over the E, so I would assume tilde.
In Spanish, it would be tilde regardless.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's Spanish.
According to Wiki.
Does it have a pronunciation? Does it have the phonetic?
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but it's like. Yeah.
What's it say?
I don't know. I don't know.
I can translate some of them. I remember what some of the symbols mean. Tilde. Oh, that one says tilde. I think that's tilde. The second one is tilde, and then that one's tilde. So there's 3 different pronunciations.
Do you want to know? You want to know how I searched it? This is how bad I am at Spanish or spelling.
Mm-hmm.
I typed in squiggly line
over
enye, and I spelled it ENYAY.
And yay!
Because I don't know how to spell things. Our high school Spanish teacher would be severely disappointed in us while he's watching the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, and prepping for the next marathon.
Coco Crisp. Not a single person, but me, you, and Schaefer will understand that.
3
reference.
people get that reference. I don't think
you can contact us if you want to know the inside joke. We can. I would love for you to be a part of the inside joke.
Send us a direct. What do they call it? Direct message.
Yeah,
slide into our DMs.
Slide into our DMs, and we'll be
about what's Coco Crisp mean?
And we will make sure you are part of the inside joke from here on out.
But only those DMers, whatever. I can't speak.
All right, what were you going on about?
What were you yapping about over there? Did you hear my argument about the H?
Yeah.
That it's basically like you could just like bypass the H. It doesn't really add much.
I would agree with that.
It's like if you just pronounce everything with like a Cockney accent.
So we're doing 3, right? We're doing top 3, correct?
Yeah.
So we already got Q, we already got X. So we're fighting for the last.
You said J.
Well, I had J in my top 4.
Yeah. I also have C.
Are you making the case to put H up there?
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
All right.
This
You got
is why I
any
was
others that
nominated.
you would consider, but...
So, controversial as it may be.
Oh, the letter I. I remember
Here's
this.
I.
Yeah, okay.
It's a vowel.
I'm very
important.
I'm
Vowels
very,
are very important.
I'm very curious about this one.
It's it's tied, I think, or actually, no, I lied. So according to this one chart I have for frequency, I is the 4th most frequent letter in the English language. Now, what happens if we replace the I with a Y? Do we really lose much? Mississippi is just MYSSI.
Okay, but what about the letter? What about the words that start with the letter I, like iris?
My argument to that is a city in Michigan. I think it's Michigan.
Ypsilanti. Ooh, good point. Good point. I dig it. I dig that point.
I'm doing like
You're doing the Joey Bosa.
I was thinking in my head, my face must not look like that. In my head,
well, it's covered by a big microphone, so I can't
that's
see your
true.
face.
Oh, you can't see my mouth.
Yeah.
I was trying to do the De Niro, like
no,
the face
I'm
that
just seeing
everybody
the,
does
I'm
when
just,
they do the.
I'm just
De
seeing the
Niro.
hands, and I'm like, that's Joey Bosa. He just sacked the court. He just sacked the letter I.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Interesting. Yeah, but could you spell? You couldn't spell iris with a Y.
Why not? YRYS.
You couldn't. That no.
Iris. Yeah.
No.
What do you
I
mean?
don't buy that. You just
You spell the part of the body that the iris is part of with a Y, and that's just I.
You mean to tell me if I wrote YRYS, you'd be like iris?
How else would you pronounce it? Iris. No, you would have to pronounce it as the vowel.
Not necessarily.
Well, how else would you pronounce YR?
I don't know. It would just look like a bunch of rambum,
Remblem.
like a bunch of jumbled letters together.
What if you put an E in front of it? That sounds like it would be.
Okay, that's
sounds
fair.
Like, that sounds like it would be like a millennial kid's name.
That no, that's Gen Z.
I mean, like a millennial parent naming their kid.
Oh, yeah.
Iris.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just looks like kind of like Eeyore.
That's
sort
a
of.
fair point. If you put an E in front of it, that's a game changer. That changes things here.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
You didn't make that point before though. That
wasn't my point, but you brought up a good point of words that start like that.
yeah.
But you just
Because
the I is different.
Because
if
you
it
got,
was,
like-
if it was the short I sound,
like eyelid
like
or
Ypsilanti.
I
Yeah.
with the letter E in front of the Y. But that brings us back to our Q argument. If you need a letter in front of you to pronounce...
But it's not every time. Q needs another letter every time. That's only if it's like the hard or the short, whatever it is, long I sound at the beginning of a word.
All right, I'll buy that. Okay.
Because the Y in Y at the second half of iris doesn't need an E.
Yeah.
Because it's the short.
I'll buy that.
The short sound.
Okay, so, all right. What about if the Cleveland Guardians were still the Cleveland Indians?
That would just be a Y.
But you can't.
Y-A-N.
Okay, but you can't use the E because you can't put E in front of it because you'd be like Cleveland Whiteians.
Yeah, that's why I said it's just a Y. You don't put the E in front of it because it's the short I sound.
Yeah, but if you
because a Y, it's like the Ypsilanti thing. If it's a Y by itself, it's the short I.
Okay.
Indians.
Yeah. I keep forgetting you brought up the Ypsilanti thing. Okay. It's not that I'm trying to disprove your point. I'm trying to make sure
You're fine. Yeah, you're trying.
I'm trying to make sure we have.
You're trying to make sure it holds water.
Yeah, because I like your argument. I didn't think of the I because I honestly vowels were off the table for me.
Yeah, I surprised myself with the I.
So all the vowels were off the table. I was like, vowels are pretty important.
Yeah, they're solid. But then I was like, you always hear and sometimes Y. What if it's not just sometimes Y?
What if it's
Maybe
always
it's
Y?
always Y.
Yeah.
But Y is also like sometimes a consonant.
What if
maybe it's a full-time vowel?
Yeah. What if Y got the full-time gig?
Yeah.
And
it's pulling double duty. Not just like not just like a part-time vowel.
All right.
It's a full-time vowel and also a full-time consonant. Like a working mom.
My brain's churning here. I'm trying to think of other words that it could come in conflict with, but
see, that one's a little tough because of what you said. Gotta have a helper letter.
What about like the color indigo? Could you what like YN? YN?
It's the same. It's the Indians. It's the same thing.
Oh yeah,
it's the same three letters.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I think if it's a,
I sound like an idiot.
If it's a short I,
I sound like a big dummy, but I'm really just trying to. I'm trying to solidify I.
Yeah, you're trying to find. Yeah,
I'm
like
trying
you said,
to.
You're trying to make it bulletproof.
I'm trying to make sure.
So yeah, I think we're right. If it's a long I sound, then you put an E with it. If it's a short I sound, you just leave it alone.
Yeah.
But that's the case against that. Sometimes it has to have a helper letter.
Do we want to keep 3 or we want to go 4? We want to bump it up to 4.
We said 3. I think we got to keep it 3. Them's the rules.
So we got QX. I mean, that's a strong argument for I. We also got
right now for me. I think it's C and Q are locks. You didn't like C, even though you nominated it.
I don't like C. Yeah, I nominate, but doesn't mean I don't like it. Top
give me an argument for C. Why do we keep C? I think there's more of a case to keep I than there is to keep C. Also, X looks cool. C is just fine.
Just because you look, if looking cool is the only thing you bring to the table, doesn't mean that's not a good argument.
Give me an argument for C. Why do I keep C? When you have 2 letters that can do the same job.
I'm not saying you should keep C. It's on my list. I'm just saying I don't think it's top 3.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, okay, give me another one.
X.
Okay, that's still 3. We got Q, X, and C then.
Right.
What are we arguing about here?
Oh,
I said Q and C, and then there was another one.
Well, we got to debate X and I then.
Okay. Do you think C is more fitting than I? Or do you think we should get rid of C more than I?
I think, yeah, because I made more of an argument for C than I did with I, because I was trying to disprove I.
But I still don't understand what your case is.
Okay.
The CH thing?
Yes. I still think I don't know. I still think you.
Okay. Tell me if you replaced CH in Charlie with a TSH, would you pronounce it differently?
TSH?
Yeah.
I think it would look like it.
But here's the thing.
I think it would look like Charlie. It would look more like
Charlie. No,
Charlie.
you'd have to put the T in front of it.
Not necessarily. If it's like you could like it would. To me, it would look like a silent T. If you spelled it like that.
What's this? No.
I'm just saying. It's just a personal thing for me. I'm just saying.
But the thing is, you would get used to it.
I understand that, but like
just
if
like with other letters,
right? But if it looks like a silent T, I'm gonna keep pronouncing it Charlie.
But if every CH is replaced with TSH, and we just establish this is what it is going forward, you wouldn't feel that way because you would know it. You would get used to what a TSH is pronounced like.
I don't know.
According to the phonetic alphabet, I'm gonna go back to that.
I just think there's okay. I guess my argument is, let's say in a perfect world, I'm fully agreeing with you on the C argument, right? Mm-hmm. To me, it's if we're thinking of a final letter, 1A is X, 1B is C. It's close, but I still think I'm giving the edge to X because
Okay.
I think you.
Okay. C versus I, though. If we go QX or top 2, C versus I think C for sure. I, because you need a helper letter for the Y. Y isn't quite strong enough to do it on its own. It needs a little bit of help.
So you're
I feel like I feel like I is worthy over C.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I can buy that. You're saying keep an I off the top 3.
Yes.
I could, yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm arguing.
What about J?
I think just J's a douche.
What are we trying to solve here? I don't understand what you're arguing with me for. We both agreed that Q is in.
Q is in. J is
We're
in.
fucking.
Wait.
Now you're wanting J in?
I'm confusing myself. Okay,
yes.
I'm sorry.
We got Q.
I'm sorry. I'm confusing myself.
Let me say words.
I'm sorry.
Q.
Yes.
We're fucking Q. Get the fuck out of here, Q.
Yeah.
X.
Yes.
I think we're both in agreement on X.
Yes.
Those are our top 2 right now.
Yep.
We have one slot to fill between
J, C, and I.
C, J, and I.
Okay.
I said I don't think I quite
Yes.
has the mustard.
I'll buy your argument with I.
Okay.
I would lean more towards J just because of the frequency use.
But the thing with C though is that
But the topic
it doesn't have a unique usage.
But the topic is useless, correct? It's useless letters.
Yeah.
I can't think of a more useless letter than the letter J. If it's second behind the letter Q in frequency, you can't get much more useless than that. There's plenty.
The only reason that C is
there's
useful,
plenty of uses for the letter C,
but
regardless of
regardless
of your argument, there's still plenty of more uses for that than J.
But it's only because it has a sound that is duplicated by other letters.
But it still has a use. That's my
it's
point.
redundant though.
I understand that, but it still has a point. It still has more of a use and
but
more of a.
It's useless because it's redundant. That's my point.
I think it has a more. It contributes to society more than the letter J.
But it's like you can have two guys doing the exact same job, and they're both technically contributing. Like if you had
whereas the letter J is watching the other two guys fight over to contribute. He's doing nothing because he's fucking worthless. That's the letter J.
It's like, okay, if you have like a construction crew and they have two more guys than they need, technically they're doing a job.
Right.
But are they really useful?
Okay, but that's two guys doing one job is better than, dickbag McGavin over here just like raking the rocks for the foundation that was done 3 weeks ago. That's J.
But the only reason that those guys, the extra guys on the construction crew, even have a job is because they hired too many people.
Well,
if they got rid of them, they would have no job and they wouldn't be contributing to society at all. Huh. So if we just get rid of them, it's no skin off anybody's nose.
Yeah, but okay, you can make the same argument with J. You got rid of J, nobody would shed a tear. Okay, let me say this. Let's go. Just punch your computer.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
So here's the other thing.
No, let me make my point before I forget.
Go ahead.
Okay. I might be stretching a little bit. Maybe reaching.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm just gonna clarify. Let's say, I don't know, somebody prominent. Doesn't matter. Somebody on Twitter or the National Alphabet Alliance or whatever announces on Twitter that they're getting rid of the letter J or they're getting rid of the letter C. Either or. Okay, two different scenarios. Two different universes. One where they're getting rid of J, one where they're getting rid of C.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is going to have the most comments saying, oh, the Alphabet Society has gone woke? That's going to be the letter C.
Are we only talking about English?
Yeah, of course. Because nobody else in the world gets upset about stupid shit other than Americans.
Because I was my other argument was in other languages J is pronounced multiple ways.
Well, like the H sound. Yeah. Okay. Strictly from a United States point of view, if the National Alliance of Alphabetic Letters announced on Twitter that they were getting rid of the letter J in one universe, and then in a separate Marvel universe, they were getting rid of the letter C. Which one is going to have the most conservative comments saying they're gone woke?
Definitely C. Nobody thinks about the letter J.
Exactly.
My argument.
So
here's my other thing.
No, I'm not done. I'm not done.
Okay, go ahead.
So nobody cares about J, which means that's useless, which ties into the fact that our topic is most useless letters in the alphabet.
I got that. You didn't have to add that.
Don't care.
I understood what you were saying.
Don't care. Still did anyways.
I understood the point.
No,
you didn't have to tell me what the point was.
I still did.
Because you said that to begin with. You were, to be fair, you were doing what you were taught in high school presentations. Like you tell me what you're going to tell me, and then tell me what you just told me.
Hey, Ty.
You did it. You knocked it out of the park. Good job.
Hey, Ty.
Here's my other argument.
Hey, Ty. Here's the thing.
Fuck me.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't care.
Yeah, okay. Here's my other argument. I'm in with J. Still in with C. I think C and X have the same usefulness. That's the word. X is cooler. Fuck. Get X out of the picture. CQJ. How are you going to rate your pornographic movies without the X?
You know what? You son of a bitch, I'm in. How are you gonna label the 1800s moonshine jugs? I am so fucking in.
Oh man, we did it. I think we did it.
I'm in.
CQJ?
Yes. Oh man, you should have led with that, dude.
I just thought of it. Yeah. CQJ.
You would have saved us so much of a hassle if you'd have just led with that. Oh man, I am so in. You know what?
Shit, I think we did it.
We did it.
We solved it.
We did it.
We solved America.
Yeah.
The International Phonetic Alphabet is what I was trying to think of.
So
IPA.
All right, so our top three.
The other IPA.
Our top three is number 1 is Q because it has a stupid dick tail, and you can replace it. Just awful.
Q can suck butts.
J because it's useless. It's literally the point is literally useless.
Yeah, it's the second. I don't know how to say that. It's used the second.
And C because it's gone woke.
What?
Removing it has gone woke. I don't know. I'm making a stupid
Yeah.
joke. It doesn't matter.
We're trying to tie it in.
Just
but yeah,
cut-
C is redundant.
Yeah. And replace with K. K's cooler looking anyways.
Yeah. K or S. And then X we decided not to because it's just as redundant as C, but it looks cool and we got to put it on the alcohol. How else will we know that like Uncle Jebediah is a drunkard?
Yeah. And how you gonna know that DVD in his hand is triple X rated?
He's in his jug band.
Yeah. How you gonna know he has a dirty magazine in his hand? Yeah. No. You know what?
stuck under.
You know
his
what?
mattress.
You're so right. I'm with you.
Yeah. So CQJ can get fucked.
Yep.
That's what we're saying.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm in.
All right. Let's do it. And that is the show. We hope you enjoyed it as much as 6 is afraid of 7.
What?
That was the only thing I could come up with earlier. I thought maybe we could come up with something that was related to the episode, but I was like, well, letters, numbers, they're the same ballpark. Whatever, you get the idea. You can pay that love forward by sharing this podcast with your friends, family, fans of letters, I guess. I don't know.
Let me just say,
What?
This was the funnest episode I've had.
I know. We really.
This was the best episode we've had so far.
And it was something that literally nobody should care about. You can find us on Spotify, Podbean. I think maybe we're on Apple by now. I don't know. I haven't checked in a while. So don't forget to like us on your platform of choice and subscribe so you never miss a new episode. Hit the share button. That really helps. Leave us a review. A little 5-star rating always helps.
Please share our page on Facebook so everybody else, all your friends and fam, can see it.
Because if they like you, they'll probably like us. Because you like us. That's how things work.
Yep.
You can like us, like you said, like us on Facebook and follow us at C. We just eliminated C. What's our Twitter handle now?
Yeah.
we're at CCWisePod on Instagram, Threads.
That's how useless the letter C is. We have it twice in our
at CCWisePod on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and X. A good thing we kept X. You can follow me on just about everything at Tyler_W. Where can the good folks find you out there, bud? I said the bud again.
You did bud again. Why? Stop doing that.
Now it seems natural. I don't know why. Where can they find you out there?
You can find... That was... Ew.
We're still grooving from the episode.
I know, man. I am riding a high, dude. You have no idea. No, you can find me on Twitter at bwise23 and on Instagram at notthefakebw and then on TikTok at notthefakebrandenwise. So go ahead and join us in a couple weeks for another episode of Counterclockwise where we argue random things that don't need to be argued.
And stay Brolden.
I don't like it. And it's stupid.